الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن المجيد الفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم وقال عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رجلا سأل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أي المسلمين خير؟ قال من سلم المسلمون من لسانه ويده. فجاء أعرابي إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من بين يديه فقال يا رسول الله ما الدين؟ قال حسن الخلق. فأتاه من قبل يمينه فقال يا رسول الله ما الدين؟ قال حسن الخلق. ثم أتاه من قبل شماله فقال ما الدين؟ فقال حسن الخلق. ثم أتاه من ورائه فقال يا رسول الله ما الدين؟ فالتفت إليه وقال أما تفقه هو ألا تغضب. وعن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله تعالى عنه سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أي الإيمان أفضل؟ قال الصبر والسماحة. سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أي الإسلام أفضل؟ قال من سلم المسلمون من لسانه ويده. سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أي الإيمان أفضل؟ قال أكمل المؤمنين إيمانا أحسنهم خلقا وخياركم خياركم لنسائهم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes an oath. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Allah does not have to take an oath. مَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا مَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. Whose speech is more truer than the word of Allah? Nobody's. The purpose that Allah takes a qasam to show the importance of the subject matter. So Allah takes a qasam on the character of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You are of sublime, supreme character. Your character is par excellence. When Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha was asked regarding the character of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, she replied, don't you read Quran Kareem? The Quran is the character of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He was a personification. He was an embodiment of the Quran Kareem. On one occasion, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam encapsulated the entire deen, the whole of deen. Al-bir husnul khuluq. What is piety? What is my thought of piety? Tahajjud, namaz mark, moving around Beach Square with abundance of adhkar, making a Kimberley hole in our musalla. The road from Warrenton to Kimberley has become even longer than before. Previously it was 70 kilometers. Now it's 75 because you have to maneuver yourself around the potholes. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hazrat Anas explains, Kana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ahsanun nasi khuluqan. The character of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was the most sublime, most superior, better than anybody else's character. A hadith explains, Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, to explain this, to elucidate it, to bring it nearer to us, to appreciate it. Because one is very broad. Kana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ahsan al-nasi khuluqan. His character was the most sublime. What was it? As Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Kana da'im al-bashar. He always had a perpetual smile. Some of us, the last time we smiled was Eid Day. It is sadaqah to smile. You will win the hearts of people just with your smile. So especially for a teacher, I was reading regarding what the Ulas and the Thalithas wrote about a certain Apa. And without your permission, I read. And I found it very intriguing that practically every paper that was written, the one common factor was the smile the Appa permanently had. And then the realization came that what is important asset that is, and how people appreciate that which we have taken for granted. Such a simple thing. In fact, today the buzzword is save energy, save energy. It takes less muscles to smile than to frown. So by smiling, you save energy. Probably you can sell it to Eskom. Kana daiman bashar. Sahl al-khuluq. His character was soft. Yes, this we need to expand on. Soft character does not mean people will take advantage of you. Soft character doesn't mean when there's a need to speak, you don't speak. Sahl al-khuluq. When you are in authority and not to speak when things are wrong, there is mudahanat fid deen. You are not fulfilling your responsibility. There's mudahanat fid deen. But when Musa alayhi salatu salam and Harun alayhi salatu salam were embarking on their journey to Fir'aun, who proclaimed, وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, that I am not Rabb. He went to one greater extent, وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, I'm the most superior Rabb. But then to the most treacherous of people ever to traverse this earth. But Allah addresses Musa and Harun alayhi salatu salam, وَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. Speak to him in a soft tone, in a measured tone. So Sahl al-Khuluq, very soft in character. Layyin al-Janib. This riwayat comes in Shama'il al-Tirmidhi also. Layyin al-Janib. Janib means a side, lenient. That means he accommodated others. So it's very, very important that you have this ability to accommodate others, to compassionate to others. Remember, many times we get enchanted by a person's voice and we want to get married to him because his qiraat is fantastic, or his bayan is powerful. He moves the chandeliers in the masjid. You're not getting married to his bayan. His bayan is for the masjid. His tahajjud is for him and Allah. But whether he has the ability to overlook, to forgive, to go forward, to accommodate you, لين الجانب ليس بفض ولا غيظ. He was not hard-hearted. He was not vulgar in his expression. There's also, we need to rectify our tongues. How is it possible that tongue which pronounces the dhikr of Allah, the might of Allah, the grandeur of Allah, the majesty of Allah. And we use its very same tongue to swear. My husband used to mention that look at the tongue, it has no bones in it. Why did Allah put no bones in the tongue? To show that no hard word must come out. This tongue is made for my dhikr. This tongue is made for my tilawat. This tongue is for amr bil ma'roof. This tongue is for nasihat. This tongue is to bring a smile on a person's face. ليس بفض ولا غيظ ولا سخاء في الأسواق. You shouldn't scream in the marketplaces, in the bazaars. ولا فحاش, vulgar, فض, hard-hearted, غيظ, angry, فحاش, vulgar. ولا عياب. You shouldn't carry on taking out faults. Like that aunt you got, when she comes in the house, you have to be so careful. You have to clean the entire house. Even no matter how much, she will still find the dirty spot. Even if it means behind the ornament. ولا عياب. Always looking for fault. ولا مشاهن. He was not stingy. يتغافل أما لا يشتهي. What he did not have natural inclination towards, he did not pay much attention. But for instance, if somebody had an inclination, we're not talking of halal or haram, just a natural preference which a Nabi did not have. Like for example, in food, we have different preferences. Somebody likes strong, somebody likes sweet. But what he had a disinclination towards, he stayed away from. But at the same time, if somebody else had an inclination towards, he wouldn't say unsavory things. So that was the character of Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So look, when the first question was asked, Ayyul Muslimeen khair? Which Muslim is the best? He said, that Muslim, that other Muslims are safeguarded from the evil of his hands and tongues. How beautiful, how profound, how deep. He didn't say that he doesn't harm anybody. But from everybody's perspective, we don't harm anybody. I don't know what's up with her. She feels offended for everything. Everything. No, it's not from your perspective. It's from the perspective of others. Do they feel threatened by your presence? Do they feel insecure by your presence? Does your words have such an impact upon them that they lose interest in life? They feel themselves to be prone to mistakes upon mistakes. So it is from the perspective of the others. This is Nabuwat at its height. So we must be very careful that many times we don't think we harm anybody in the madrasa. And we don't harm our roommates. We don't harm our classmates. But it is what their thought about you is. That other Muslims are safeguarded. We have done this hadith so many times. But at the same time, we have this thought that we don't cause harm to anybody. And then that beautiful hadith that I mentioned, a Bedouin came to Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He stood in front from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he asked the most pertinent question, Mad-Deen? What is deen? So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Husnul khuluq, good character. فَأَتَاهُ مِنْ قِبَلِ يَمِينِهِ He came from the right hand side. فَقَالَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ Mad-Deen? What is deen? Same reply. From another side the question is asked. Husnul khuluq, good character. Then he came from the left-hand side, the same Bedouin, and he posed the same question, Mad-Deen? What is deen? Qala husnul khuluq, good character. Then he came from behind. He went behind and he posed the question, Madin. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam turned towards him, فَالْتَفَتَ إِلَيْهِ وَقَالَ أَمَا تَفَكَّ. Don't you understand? I'm saying the same thing. And then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made it more specific. Husnul khuluq is very, very broad. More specific. Allah taghdab. Don't become angry. So the same question, Ayul Islami Afdal, Ayul Iman Afdal, Mal Islam, Mad Deen, Ayul Islam Afdal. More or less, Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam always made mention of character. The one hadith I mentioned so many times to you, and there's no harm to mention it again, especially those girls are leaving now, that you're wondering what must you do. First is bring character in you. This will attract the hearts of people. You can be absolutely bombastic, deep in your knowledge, but if you haven't got a countenance that supports that knowledge, people will run away from you. Therefore, Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu's dua at the time of the tahniq of Hassan Basri, Allahumma habibhu ila nas wa faqihu fi deen, habibhu ila nas, make him beloved in the sight of people and give him understanding of deen. Faqahat and hub. Faqahat and hub. Because you can have deep knowledge, intense and immense knowledge, but at the same time you haven't got the beautiful character, people will stay away. They won't benefit. On the other hand, you can have beautiful character, but lack of knowledge, you will deviate people. So both, you have to be deep in your knowledge and beautiful in your character. كل مولود يولد على الفطرة. That diamond is within. We just need to make it shine. So Su'ila Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, an akthari ma yudkhilu nas al-jannah. What is the thing that will make people enter most into Jannah? The Nabi replied, Taqwallah wa husnul khulq. The taqwa of Allah and good character. وَسُئِلَ عَنْ أَكْثَرِ مَا يُدْخِلُ النَّاسَ النَّارِ. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked, what will make most people enter Jahannam? He said, Al-famu wal-farj. The mouth and the private parts. In one hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, ما أثقل في ميزان العبد يوم القيامة من حسن الخلق. Nothing will be heavier on the scales on the day of Qiyamah than good character. The barometer, the yardstick, the measurement for a person's iman and kamal fil iman and perfection in iman is character. Akmalul mu'minina imanan ahsanuhum khuluqan. The one with the most perfect iman is the one that whose character is the best. So if you have to check how far you've gone in endeavor to inculcate and imbibe within yourself the most highest form of iman, then check your character. So it's a very, very important aspect of working in the people. Inna laka fi nahari sabhan tawila. There is a long swim for you. So this character, check your character, check your smile, the mannerisms of expression. الراحمون يرحمهم الرحمن ارحموا من في الأرض يرحمكم من في السماء. الراحمون يرحمهم الرحمن. There's the first hadith I learned from Hazrat Mufti Mahmud Sahib Gangohi Rahmatullah alayhi before I started Zahir al-Talibin. Then I had the opportunity of doing the Khatmi Bukhari by Hazrat Mufti Mahmud Sahib Rahmatullah alayhi. And the last hadith that he made mention to us was this very same hadith. So that means Your life must be between this. That means mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy. Irhamu man fil ard. Have mercy on those on the earth. Yarhamukum man fis sama. The being in the skies will have mercy on you. And the Nabi, that beautiful hadith, which I have repeated many times. أنا زعيم ببيت في أعلى الجنة لمن حسن خلقه. I take guarantee, assurance for a house in the pinnacle of Jannah, in the highest echelons of Jannah, لمن حسن خلقه, for the one that beautifies his character. The Nabi did not make this guarantee for tahajjud, for jihad, for ta'aleem, for amr bil ma'roof, for mujahada, for salat. You won't find it. Of Jannatul Firdaus. Yes, he took assurance for general Jannat. ما يضمن لي ما بين لحيي وما بين رجلي أضمن له الجنة. You did that hadith. But Jannatul Firdaus, on one thing only. أنا زعيم ببيت في أعلى الجنة لمن حسن خلقه. And what is the highest level of good character? That also Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam encapsulated it in 3 sentences. Silman katak. Join ties with the one that break ties. Wa'fu amman dalamak. Forgive the one that oppresses you. وَتُعْطِي أَمَّنْ حَرَمَكَ. Fulfill the right of the one that deprives you of your right. Like we get in Hukukullah, Ihsan, Sifat Ihsan, the highest level of ibadat, which Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam explained in the hadith of Jibreel, أَن تَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ كَأَنَّكَ تَرَاهُ فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. In the same way, in Hukukul Ibad, the highest level is this silman kata'ak, wa'fu amman dalamak, wa tu'ti amman haramak. So this, we are very, very negligent, especially regarding family relations. Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, لا تنزل الرحمة على قوم فيهم كاتئ رحم. That Allah's mercy does not descend on a nation, on an entire nation, if in that nation there is one person that severs ties. In one hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, ما من ذنب أحرى أن يؤجل الله لصاحبه العقوبة في الدنيا ما يدخر له في الآخرة من البغي وقطيعة الرحم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. That there is no sin that Allah, that is more deserving that Allah hastens its punishment in dunya. That means there is this a sin that is punishment is deserving to be hastened in dunya. ما من ذنب أحرى أن يؤجل الله لصاحبه العقوبة في الدنيا مع ما يدخر في الآخرة ما يدخر. And what is in Akhirat is different. Akhirat is different. But in dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish you for the sin. And then will store the remaining for Akhirah. Min al-baghi, then oppression, wa qati'ati rahim, and breaking ties. And we did that hadith, ليس الواصل بالمكافي ولكن الواصل إذا قطعت رحمه وصلها. Joining ties is not the one that maintain ties and practice equality. They come to your house, you go to their house, they give you the back leg, Qurbani time, you give them the front leg. They give you mutton, you give them beef. They send kaleji, you sell biltong. ليس الواصل بالمكافي ولكن الواصل. This requires intense, immense strength. الذي إذا قطعت رحمه وصلها, the one that has not come to your house Then you don't tell your son that don't be cheap when you go to Benoni, Actonville, Actionville, you shouldn't go to their house also. Why must we be cheap? Every time they come to Azharville, they go to Koriben's house. They go to Chudi for his house. They go to Gora Papa's house. But they don't come to our house. Whereas we are closest to the entrance. We advise our children like that. What the hadith says? وَلَكِنَّ الْوَاسِلِ إِذَا قُطِيَتْ رَحِمُهُ وَصَلَحَ. As Abu Hurairah said, one person came to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. أَنَّ رَجُلًا قَالَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ إِنَّ لِي قَرَابَةً أَصِلُهُمْ وَيَقْطَعُونِي. I have certain family members, this person complained to Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that I join ties, I maintain ties, I visit them regularly. وَيَقْطَعُونِي, but they break ties. وَأَحْسِنْ إِلَيْهِمْ, I am good to them. وَيُسِئُونَ إِلَيَّ, but they are unkind to me. وَأَحْلُمُ عَنْهُمْ, I overlook their trespasses, their indifferences, their harshness and hardness towards me. وَيَجْهَلُونَ عَلَيَّ, but they are totally indifferent to me. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told him, لَإِن كُنْتَ كَمَا قُلْتَ, لَإِن كُنْتَ كَمَا قُلْتَ, if it is like exactly what you said, فَكَأَنَّمَا تُصِفُهُمْ الْمَلَّ, as if you have put the sand upon them. وَلَا يَزَالُ مَعَكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ ظَهِيرٌ عَلَيْهِمْ, and Allah will appoint an aid for you against them. مَا دُمْتَ عَلَى ذَلِكَ, provided you remain upon this. So it's such an important thing, that maintenance of ties. We should all check, do some introspection within our family circles. How many family members we do not speak to? We don't even know our relatives. Whereas the hadith of Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam states, تَعَلَّمُوا مِنْ أَنْصَابِكُمْ, learn your family lineage. This is part of sunnah. It is part of the instruction of Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So one thing we all can do in this holiday to work on a family tree. Look for the elders in the house or in the family members, whether it is your uncle or grand uncle, who might know more about the family. And each one should start developing a family tree. This is part of sunnah. تَعَلَّمُوا مِنْ أَنْصَابِكُمْ, learn the lineage, مَا تَصِلُونَ بِهِ أَرْحَامَكُمْ, because of which family ties you will be able to maintain family ties. فَإِنَّ صِلَةَ الرَّحِمِ مَحَبَّةٌ فِي الْأَهْلِ, because joining ties, maintaining ties, first benefit will create love in the family. مَطَرَاتٌ فِي الْمَالِ, it will increase in your wealth. مَنْسَاتٌ فِي الْأَثَرِ, it will prolong your life. It will make your life worth living. It will give you a valuable life. One, it can be in actual age. And where one is that it can basically give you a productive life. Otherwise you will be living, but you will say it's a dog's life. It's better to be under the ground than on top of the ground. So, three tremendous benefits Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned about family ties. Mahabbatan fil ahl, it creates love in the family. Mataratun fil mal, it increases in wealth. Mansatun fil athr, it will give you a long life. On one occasion, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, and today everybody is talking about the business and COVID and the constraints and the restraints that are there in the economy, etc. To even meet up your bills is very, very difficult. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, Man ahabba an yabsuta lahu fi rizqihi wa yunsaw lahu fi ithrihi falyasil rahimahu. Who wants that Allah opens and expands sustenance for him, and Allah makes his life prolong, wa yunsaw fi ithrihi, that he becomes a legend in time, falyasil rahimahu, he should join ties. And there's one beautiful hadith, absolutely beautiful, profound, deep, encapsulating. Allah Ta'ala says, This is Hadith Qudsi. They call Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. يقول الله تبارك وتعالى أنا الله. Allah shows authority. أنا الله. I am Allah. Then Allah says, وَأَنَا الرَّحْمَنِ. Out of all His sifat, He mentions وَأَنَا الرَّحْمَنِ, that I am Rahman. خَلَقْتُ الرَّحِمَ. خَلَقْتُ الرَّحِمَ. I am Rahman, the compassionate. I have created family relations. Rahim comes from the word Rahim, the same womb of the mother. خَلَقْتُ الرَّحِمَ. I have created blood relations, families, ties. وَشَقَقْتُ لَهَا مِنْ إِسْمِي. I have derived this word Rahim from my name. My name is Rahman. I said, Ana Rahman. I am Rahman. This name, the Silatul Rahim, this word Rahman, from this word I have extrapolated, I have taken down, I have derived from this word, the word Rahim. وَشَقَقْتُ لَهَا مِنْ إِسْمِي فَمَنْ وَصَلَهَا وَصَلْتُهُ. Whoever joins family ties, I will join a relation with him. وَمَنْ قَتَهَا بَتَّتُهُ. The one that breaks family ties, I will break my relations with him. That hadith, Zaru Talibin. لَا يَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ قَاطِعٌ. The one that breaks ties will not enter the Jannah. In one hadith, as I mentioned, لا تنزل الرحمة على قوم فيهم قاطع رحم. On an entire nation because of one person not maintaining family ties. And that beautiful hadith that many of us have this complaint, but we try, but they don't want to. And no matter how we extend our hands of friendship, they don't want to. So Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if that is the truth, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will appoint a support for you. So it will always be beneficial for you. So many of us, our families, in other ways, mashallah, we're so bombastic in our spirituality, in terms of the musalla work, in terms of working amongst the people, but siblings are not speaking. In family ties, the most important is your parents. So on one side, we are so involved in our nawafil ibadat, but I think like of a farz nature of our most important family tie with our parents, our siblings, our extended families, our cousins. And we always find justification, they robbed us because of some land in India. And so surprising, they tell their family also that you got so much wealth because you cheated them of Pardada's property there. So how long is this going to continue? We don't even know what the truth is. Everybody explained to their offsprings their narrative of what they think is the reality and the truth. So Allah give us tawfiq. There's a very, very important aspect of deen. And how are we going to work, especially the fourth years, in our communities, when we can't even maintain that which was supposed to be natural because of the womb, family ties. So Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq. This is one aspect of akhlaq that is neglected very much. It's very, very easy for the one that visits to visit them in return. That requires immense strength, the one that doesn't visit. The one that has immense amount but still does not gift. But you, from your little, you still gift. And simple, the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, tahaddaw, tahabbu, gift one another, love will be created. A person that visits his Muslim brother for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah appoints 70,000 malaika to make his dua maghfirat. ثلاثة من كن فيه وجد بهن حلاوة الإيمان من كان الله ورسوله أحب إليه مما سواه ومن أحب عبدا لا يحبه إلا لله ومن يكره أن يعود في الكفر بعد أن كذا الله منه كما يكره أن يلقى في النار. Three people will be under the shade of the arsh of Allah, and they will find the halawat of iman. And I explained the benefits of halawat iman: istidhar al-ta'at, wa itharuha ala jami' shahawat wal mustaladdat, wa tajarru al-murarat fi al-musibat, wa tahammul al-mashaqi mardat Allah azza wa jal, wa ar-rada bil-qada. These are the effects of halawat iman. On what? To love another for the sake of Allah. Allah's muhabbat becomes wajib for you. Wajabat muhabbati lil mutahabbina fiyya, wal mutajalisina fiyya, wal mutazawirina fiyya, wal mutabadilina fiyya. Aw kama qala alayhi salatu wassalam. It's a very important aspect of deen, which very few people speak about. Because we all have our issues in our families. So we need to go the extra mile. It will create tawazu in you. It will create humility in you. It will remove this hatred and detestment which becomes a barrier in our relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala give us all tawfiq. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.